Here's your Storm Track 7 forecast.
Good evening, Eastern Iowa. I'm Storm Track 7 meteorologist Danny Cassidy. Well, after a dazzling display of the northern lights last night, we do have another shot tonight, but as we're airing this at about 6:30, I will say it's not necessarily there like it was last night in terms of overseas activity. It's not as much. So I wonder if maybe with these kind of ejections that are coming from the sun, those solar flares making its way here, and maybe a later night event, and of course we'll try to keep you posted of when that maybe will be here for Eastern Iowa. But right now, in terms of the current forecast, we are expected to see at least another chance of it in Eastern Iowa, very likely to the north, and then again, not sure if it'll get as far south as it did last night, but in here in Eastern Iowa, we will have that shot. As I mentioned, maybe not necessarily after sunset through 2 a.m., but we'll hold on this and just kind of see over the next few hours how this plays out with the atmosphere and how it interacts with the sun particles. That's kind of how it basically generates the northern lights. But if we do see it, here's kind of some tips to make sure you get a good shot. So get away from city lights, don't allow that city pollution to get in the way of a good shot. Let those eyes adjust, look to the north, of course, but we saw last night that sometimes if you look straight overhead, you could see it. Photograph at long exposure. For cell phones, that's that nighttime mode that can help there. Use a tripod if you have it just to keep that picture stable. And then stay warm if you can, because it's not necessarily going to be cold out there, but it'll be a little bit cooler, of course, without the sun. In terms of the clouds, I don't think it'll be too much of an issue. We'll see some thin clouds, especially after midnight, but I don't think it'll be putting too much of a damper on the aurora. It's just a matter of, exactly how scattered or how condensed they are together. But again, I think those clouds won't be too much of an issue for us tonight. In terms of temperatures, lows will be in the upper 40s and low 50s, mostly clear skies, and winds not too bad out of the south at 5 to 10. At least not for tonight. Those winds are going to pick up during the day tomorrow. It'll be similar to what it was today in terms of speed. We'll see sustaining winds of 10 to 15 with gusts up to 25, but notice it's out of the southwest. So what that means is some warmer air and really warmer air. I think high temperatures will jump 10 degrees across the board. I think we'll be in the widespread low to mid 80s for Mother's Day. We'll have partly cloudy to maybe mostly sunny skies at times, and maybe a chance some late afternoon, early evening showers and isolated rumbles, but they're going to be these, what are called popcorn showers or popcorn storms, where basically you kind of have these little pop-up storms across the area. Not everyone's going to see them. They'll be pretty quick, but could provide maybe some brief downpours at times, but we're not expecting anything widespread, at least not for tomorrow. So during the morning and early afternoon, if you're having any Mother's Day activities like brunch or spending the time outside, again, you could celebrate those great mothers and women in our world and really not going to have too much of an issue. Then about 4 o'clock, that's where I'm talking about these little kind of specks, those popcorn kernels that are popping up and might be giving us that brief shower and isolated storm. And we'll have that chance on and off through the evening hours into the overnight hours, Sunday night into Monday. Then the more organized activity makes its way northeast for us Monday morning and could be a little bit of a wet commute, especially for our southern areas where there's a little bit more energy to work with there as a cool front makes its way from north to south. Here's noon, basically widespread activity there, and you can see a little bit more of the moderate to heavy activity south of the Highway 20 area. By 5 o'clock, most of it starts to kind of wrap up, and I think Monday night into early Tuesday, it'll be pretty isolated, and most of it being to our south and to our east, and then we'll have some sunshine for us to start off our Tuesday. Your city-by-city forecast for Waterloo, Dubuque, Cedar Rapids, and Iowa City. So after the 80s on Mother's Day, Monday, a little bit more seasonal, back down to earth in the upper 60s and low 70s. Similar conditions on Tuesday. And after Monday's organized rain chance, I think rain chances are pretty scattered. I think especially heading into Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. The best chance will probably be Wednesday night into the day on Thursday beyond Monday. And high temperatures, besides Mother's Day, really pretty consistent and seasonal in the low to mid 70s.